Travis Wayne Goodsell, you know about Giselle Maxwell, don't you? The recruiter for Jeffrey Epstein's child bait sex trafficking. And interestingly, a DOJ report about his death in prison showed that the guards were laxed on their job. Told you it was an inside job. So did lots of other people. Yeah, the jails and prisons don't take kindly to child rapists. But it's a horrible atrocity that is a dominant part of American culture, not just the world, as our own Utah Attorney General got busted being bribed by a country that is involved in child sex trafficking so that he can attend the soccer game, as clearly they want to compromise him for a future endeavor of child rape and trafficking. But I've been going over the videos for you, how the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints likewise is setting things up for the return of child bride, human trafficking, sex trafficking, polygamy. It was Willard Richards who forged the sealing documents that Joseph Smith supposedly married all these 23 women in 1843, which included children. His 15-year-old housemaid in 1838 and others. And it's Willard Richards who was the actual confirmed child bride sex trafficker, as we will bring that up for this video, give you the names of the two victimized girls. They were sisters. One was 14, the other was 16. And remember, in the United States back then, the age of an adult was 21, which makes 3 more years of jailbait time. Just to let you know. Willard Richards was also the one who shot Joseph Smith in the back and dumped his body out the window. Was sent in by Brigham Young and Heber C. Kimball to make sure that Joseph and Hiram were assassinated. Marriage and family. Let's see. Willard and were sealed after no. Practitioner of polygamy. His first wife was 26-year-old Miranda Nancy Johnson Hyde, who was already married to Orson Hyde. Oh, that was cruel. No wonder. Oh, man. Because Orson went with Brigham Young to the valley. Hyde was away on a mission at the time. Do you see how abominable these guys are? Dear God. This is how they did it. The men were away. The Danites of Brigham will play. Brigham Young himself was a man whore, purposely going out on his mission And where are the men? Oh, they're not at home? They're working? Well, let me go into your bedroom while Junior documents this. Let's see. Come on. Richards married 16-year-old Sarah Longsforth and 14-year-old Nanny Longstroth. Yeah, there it is. In 1843. See, I believe he did that. I just don't believe it was Joseph who officiated the wedding as it claims here. Because I think, well, I have insider information because I'm part of the Fulmer family, direct descent of John Solomon Fulmer, and we all know that Joseph Smith was not sealed to Desdemona Fulmer in 1843, that it was after he was murdered, and it was so that Brigham could take them to the valley with him, because they didn't want to be a part of Brigham's harems. Yes, Joseph Smith and the criminal justice system. Yeah, it was right after the quashing of the extradition warrant by a federal judge in Springfield of Joseph Smith and the plot to assassinate Lilburn Boggs, January 2nd, 1843. And so, and then it's not until June 6th. So they, again, chose that time period to make that claim. You know, Joseph... Dear God. See, he's falsely accused because Orrin Porter Rockwell was the actual assassin hired by Heber and Brigham to frame Joseph Smith. And then on June 6, 1843, he was charged with treason. Seditious conspiracy. God. Yeah. The Danites did this to Joseph to get him out of the way so that they can take over the church. 1838, you've got all of these scriptures that don't get put in until the year before Brigham Young dies, and so they chose that time period. Joseph Smith was working on the Joseph Smith history visionary accounts. And yeah, it conflicts with section 115 that Nelson spoke over the pulpit of conference, insisting that's the name. Joseph Smith said it. That means Jesus said it. Therefore, that's the way it is. No, it wasn't. It's a forged document by the Danites. So, yeah, that's what they're doing there. And so, Nelson, by changing the temple endowment, Oakes going around the world telling everybody the United States is mean and oppressive because they won't let us practice polygamy again, i.e. child bride polygamy. Oaks came out earlier this year to the 16-year-old girls saying, hey, marriage, you gotta breed you young. Get those babies going. In the context of polygamy and the law of chastity now. And so here you have the Relief Society president, President Johnson, who was the primary president, like the previous one. She was the primary president, became the Relief Society president, and so again, primary president becomes the Relief Society president, because she knows all about how to groom little girls for child bride marriages. And that's what she's doing. She is the Giselle Maxwell of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. The Jeffrey Epstein. And so here she is, on the pressing call of protecting religious liberty, i.e., child bride polygamous marriages. It's abominable. And it's more abominable that Mormons don't believe it, that they don't see it. And this year is the bicentennial year of the day that shall burn as an oven. And Mormons don't care. The church is going to murder you, and survivors are going to be forced into Zion. Because religious liberty is a violation of the First Amendment. They already have religious liberty. What the bleep are they talking about protecting it? Oh, well, we see what they mean. Oaks, bring back polygamy, child brides, banning porn, which ban the Bible, overthrowing the First Amendment. That's what they're doing. The Respect for Marriage Act? No. The church's exemption clause got put in. The church's exemption clause. The church got that passed with their exemption clause. No other religion, it was the church's. And it's a disrespect for marriage clause. And the deep state Dems got fooled. So then the other part was Nelson. Prophet's counsel to young adults has ripple effect. No. When the president of the church speaks, whether in conference or in any kind of devotional, as they're talking about here, is one in May 2022, all the manuals must be changed to include his words. Every other leader in the church, all the way down to the Relief Society president and Elders Quorum president, must quote from him. This is a forced ripple effect. This isn't Mormons going, I was so inspired, I decided to do this. No. Still pay attention to this subclause. Leaders in church education. Remember what I just told you? Share insights and guidance supporting President Nelson's message. That's all it is. And I've already told you how Nelson tricked the women of the church, pacified them from being hysterical. Women were upset that they had to obey their husbands. Nelson, in his 2019 change, made it so that women with men hearken to the counsel of the Lord. Not Elohim anymore. The Lord. Well, the president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints speaks for Jesus Christ on earth. So women of the church now hearken to the counsel of President Nelson, who speaks for Jesus Christ. So what is Nelson's counsel to women? Family proclamation. The man presides in the home and the woman must hearken to him. You got pumped. So there you have it. And Mormons don't believe. They thank thee, O God, for a false prophet to lead them as lambs to the day that shall burn as an oven.